Hello, my dear children. All right, so I decided to record this video to explain what it is this example is about. Forgive me if I keep looking down because I'm watching the stuff. All right, now this example I decided to do because I figure you might need a bit more guidance with making change and figuring out how much coins you might need to build that value, that change. Because we're dealing with cents right now. After break, we'll deal with the dollars. So here I have my example. A book here costs 55 cents. I paid with $1. $1. How much change should I get? First things first, I know that because I'm dealing with 55 cents and I paid with $1, I should change that $1 into cents. And I've been trying to drill it into you that $1 is equal to 100 cents. So that's the first step, step one. Change $1 into 100 cents. The next step is to then write the equation for making change. What do we do to make change? What operation do we use? We must use subtraction because $1, which is what I am paying with, is the whole. 55 cents is part. So I need the other part, which will be my change. So we set it up. Money paid with, that's what you're writing first. Take away the cost of the item equals your change. $1, which is the money I paid with, take away 55 cents, which is the cost of the book, equals my change. Now, if I'm changing my 100, my dollar bill, my $1 to cents, I will get 100 cents. All right, whenever you are working out cents, you should change your dollars to cents, and this is what we've been doing. 100 cents take away 55 cents will give me my change. And instead of using the vertical subtraction operations and so on, the vertical way of solving, I decided to use a number line. All right. So I drew my number line. I put 55 in front because I know that if I'm counting on, I'll usually keep the lower number in my head, which is the subtrahend. I keep the lower number in my head. So I say, you know what? I'll write 55 first on the number line and I will count on until I reach 100. A very quick way to do that is by counting in tens because 55 is far away from 100. So from 55 to 65, I jump 10. 65 to 75, I jump 10. 75 to 85, I jump 10. 85 to 95, I jump 10. I'm getting closer to 100. I will not jump 10 again because then I will pass 100. So from 95 to 100, I know that's 5 in between. I am going to jump 5 more. So let me add all of that up now. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. So I counted my jumps. 45. 100 cents take away 55 cents is equal to 45 cents. And this equation shows me the change that I have. My change is 45 cents. So I've solved for the change. I've worked out how much change I'm supposed to get from my shopkeeper. Now, how will the shopkeeper give me my change? How is the money supposed to look like when I receive it? He could do this in different ways. So my shopkeeper can give me my change in either 1 25 cent and 2 10 cents. And let's count all that up to make sure it's 45. 25, 35, 45. So I can get those 3 coins as 45 cents. Or he can give me 4 10 cents and a 5 cents. Let's count that up now. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 cents. So I can have that as my change. Or 5 5 cents and 2 10 cents. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 45. And there you have it, different combinations of how you can get your 45 cents change. So I work out my change and then I try to figure out, okay, so what combinations of coins will give me my change? And that's it. All right, I hope you understand. If you have questions, let me know. Email me, okay? Adios.